Welcome everyone, my name is Petra. This is a 25-minute full body deep stretch. We will begin in a child's pose. So let's open your knees wide apart, and if this doesn't feel comfortable for you today, go ahead and walk your knees in just a little bit. But if you can, try to widen them out. And then slowly extend down until you feel a nice stretch in the back of your hip joint, releasing your forehead or your cheek on the mat. Feel free to support your head on a yoga block or pillow. Your toes should be touching one another, but not overlapping. Now let's hold the child's pose for a few seconds, focusing on a nice and long breath. Nice. You are going to come up onto your hands and knees for dynamic child's pose. So let's take an inhale, and as you exhale, start pressing into your hands, sending your hips back and down towards your heels. Inhale, rock yourself forward. Exhale, sinking back. Let's repeat a few more times, moving at your own pace, syncing the breath with the movement. Nice. Let's add on thread the needle pose or child's pose twist. So bringing your right arm underneath your left, releasing your shoulder and your ear on the mat. Reaching left hand up towards the top corner of the mat. You can stay here or you can take a bind if that is in your practice today. No pressure to stay here. Just make sure you stay where you feel most comfortable, and in time you will get there. Now we will gently release, switching sides, threading that left arm underneath the right armpit. And again, you have option if you like to take a bind. Using your breath to stretch a little bit deeper and relaxing your neck muscles and your shoulders. You can gently release and go ahead and extend both arms out in front of you for prayer hands overhead. So bring your palms together, bend your elbows, and let's see if you can rest your thumbs on the back of your neck. Drawing those elbows a little bit closer towards your head until you feel good and comfortable stretch through your upper arms, your chest, relaxing your neck, your shoulders, and really allowing your chest, your heart to melt down towards the floor. Whenever you are ready, you can extend your arms out in front of you, bringing yourself to all fours, your tabletop position. And let's begin with a few rounds of cat and cow. Or if you'd like, just start finding organic movement here, wherever your body takes you. So feel free to rock side to side. You can circle the hips. Feel free to bend the elbows. Maybe finding some spinal waves. Just going at your own pace, syncing the breath with the movement. And just really focusing on your body, tuning in, whatever feels best for your body today. On the next inhale, rounding through the spine, coming down to your belly, resting on the forearms for your Sphinx Pose. Let's take a nice and big inhale, lifting the sternum, opening through the chest. And as you exhale, soften the shoulder option. If you'd like to find some movement here, maybe swaying side to side if that feels good. And feel free to move your head so you can start sending your gaze over your right shoulder and then over to the left. Nice. When you are ready, plant your palms under your shoulders and press yourself to plank position. Bringing your feet about hip width apart, engaging your quadriceps, really spiking those heels. Lift your heels up and then press them back. Make sure you're stacking the joints so your shoulders are over your wrists. Take one more breath in, and as you exhale, downward facing dog. Start sending your hips up towards the ceiling. And you can go ahead, start walking out, bending one knee at a time. Nice. So let's add on down dog twist. So right hand reaches for your left leg, gently turning your torso open to the left. Release and switch sides. Left hand reaching for your right leg. And let's release back to downward facing dog. And then from here, rolling your spine forward, bringing your knees on the mat. And then cross your ankles so you can sit back. Extend your legs out in front of you. Bend your right knee and bring the sole of your right foot inside of your left thigh. As you inhale, extend your arms overhead. And as you exhale, seated forward fold. So tilting your pelvis forward and folding your chest over your extended leg. Feel free to bend your left knee as much as you need to. Slowly roll your spine all the way back up, lifting your head up last. And let's add on side body stretch. So first we will flow with the breath. So inhale, extending your right arm up. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, stretch. 3 more times. Move at your own pace. And this time, let's hold the stretch. So this stretch is targeting a really deep muscle called the quadratus lumborum, or the QL for short. It's a really good stretch here. Lift yourself back up for spinal twist. So planting your right foot inside of your left leg, your knee is pointing up towards the ceiling. Inhales, reach through your left fingertips up towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, twist your torso open to the right. So you're hooking your elbow outside of your right thigh, maybe holding your thigh, and using your breath to deepen the stretch. Let's release, switching sides. Extend your right leg long out in front of you, flexing your foot, left knee bend, and the sole of your foot inside of your right thigh. Inhale, start rising your arms up towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, tilting from your hips, folding your torso forward and down. And just again, using the breath, your exhalation to fold a little bit deeper. Always finding what feels good to your body, always finding comfortable stretch. You can release for your side body stretch. Inhaling, reach up through your left hand. Exhale, side bend to the right. Lift it back up, inhale. Exhale to stretch. And let's repeat 3 more times, again flowing with your breath. So keep flowing, and when you're ready, you can hold a stretch. Releasing your head, so make sure not holding any tension in your neck, and relaxing your face muscles. Release, bring yourself back up, turning your torso forward for spinal twist. Bring your knee up towards the ceiling, lengthening your spine as you reach up through your right fingertips, and then start hooking your right elbow outside of your thigh or your knee. You can have your hands pointing up, or maybe bringing your hand down, resting your hand on your thigh. Stay in your twist for about 3 more deep breaths. Release, back to center, and extend both legs, shake it out. Nice. Let's bend your knees, bend your feet flat on the floor, wider than your yoga mat. Rest on your hands, open through the chest. Inhale here, and as you exhale, drop your knees, your thighs to the right. Inhale, lift back up. Exhale, release to the left. So keep moving again with your breath, choosing your pace, bring your knees side to side. Feel free to stay on your hands for support, or if you'd like to play here a little bit, or maybe if you'd like to feel more deeper stretch through your hips, you can walk your hands closer towards your body, or maybe even without supporting your body. So once your knees and your thighs are on the right, this time we will hold a stretch and checking your legs. So your legs are in 90-degree angle. Flex your feet, making sure your knees are in line with your hips. And with your exhalation, you can start leaning your torso forward. Inhale to lift, exhale, fold. Lifting yourself up, breathing in and folding as you exhale. One more time to lift. Exhale, fold. At this time, holding the stretch, so you can be on your hands, maybe on your forearms, or maybe even folding your hands under your forehead. Breathing into any tension you may be holding in your hips, in your lower back. Release, lifting your torso back up. And this time, walking your hands out to the right for diagonal stretch. So again, feel free to stay on your hands, maybe folding your torso if you would like to go on your forearms. And if you'd like to intensify the stretch through the left side of your body, maybe crawling through your left fingertips further away from your body until you feel comfortable stretch. And when you're ready, release. So lift yourself back up, turning your torso back forward. Bring your hands behind your body and just release, shaking out. And we will switch sides, dropping your knees, your thighs over to the left. So this time you have left leg forward and your right leg behind. 90-degree angle legs, flex your feet. Inhale here, and as you exhale, folding your torso forward and down over your left thigh. Inhaling to lift, exhaling, fold. Lift it up as you breathe in, exhale, letting go. And maybe this time again, if you'd like to hold the stretch. So let's hold the stretch for a few seconds. Gently release, bring yourself back up, and then walking your hands over to the left. So you can be on your fingertips if that feels good, or maybe intensifying the stretch, walking your hands further away from your body out to the side. Maybe bending your left elbow so you can bring your forearm on the floor and crawling through your right fingertips away from your body until you feel good stretch through the right side of your rib cage all the way down to your leg, through your hip. You can release, bringing yourself back up, turning your torso forward. And then again, bringing your knees up towards the ceiling. And then again, we will windshield vibrate your legs side to side, but this time flexing our feet. Getting into more muscles here, dropping your knees side to side at your own pace. Keeping your feet flexed. Nice. Let's release for our butterfly position. Soles of your feet together. You can start rocking side to side if this feels good. And adding on a forward fold. Inhale, exhale to your fold. Lift it up. Inhale, exhale, fold. One more time with your breath. Exhaling, fold, and this time staying in the pose, holding the stretch for a few seconds. Allowing your head to hang heavy down, relaxing your neck, your shoulders, and pressing your knees and your thighs down to the floor. Opening through your hips. Take your time, slowly start crawling your spine all the way back up, lifting your head last. And re-extend your legs out in front of you if you'd like to shake them out. Let's open your legs out to the side as wide open as you would like them to be. Flexing your feet for wide-legged seated forward fold. So this stretch is pretty intense, so feel free to just sit upright. Or maybe if you are more flexible, walking your hands out in front of you, folding your torso forward and down. So no pressure wherever you are, it's perfect. So just modifying to your needs. Feel free to use yoga blocks here under your forehead or pillows to make this pose more restorative. And just holding the stretch for a few deep breaths, allowing your torso to fold a little bit deeper with each exhalation. When you are ready, start moving out of the pose, lifting your torso back up. Maybe shake it out here, dropping your knees side to side. Now let's return back to tabletop position, all fours. Let's tuck your toes under, step your feet back, plank position. Let's settle into your plank, engaging your core. Maybe dropping your knees down, hover, and then straightening your legs. If you'd like to add on to your plank, or feel free to hold the plank if you like, or option to walk it out, bending one knee at a time, pressing through your heels back and down. Coming back to plank position, flowing first Chaturanga Dandasana. Shift your weight forward. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, your upward facing dog. Push into your hands, lift through the heart. Exhale, lift your tailbone up towards the ceiling, downward facing dog. Maybe swaying side to side, maybe bending both knees, maybe one knee at a time. And if you'd like to add a down dog twist again, right hand reaches for your left leg. Return to center and switching side. Left hand reaches for your right leg, your calf, or your shin. And let's return back downward facing dog. Now let's roll forward, plank position, and then all the way down onto your belly. Keep your legs hip width apart and tuck your toes for shoulder stretch and twist. Bend your left elbow, elbow in line with your shoulder, and extend your right arm out to the side so your arm is either in line with your shoulder or slightly in front. Now using your left hand, press into your left hand to roll yourself onto your right hip. Maybe if you'd like to bend your knees so you can stack your knees. And maybe if you'd like to intensify the stretch, maybe stepping your left foot behind your body. So again, no pressure, finding whatever feels good for your body today. It's pretty intense stretch for your shoulders. So make sure nothing hurts or feel free to skip this pose. And let's stay here in this pose for a few breaths. Nice release. Roll yourself back onto your belly and we will switch sides. So bending your right elbow in line with your shoulder, extend your left arm out to the side. For tighter shoulder, bring your arm slightly above your shoulder here. And then rolling onto your left hip this time, stacking your knees and maybe stepping your right leg behind your body. You can again press into your right hand or just resting your forearm on the mat. And just allow your body to soften and relax into this pose with each breath. You can release, roll yourself back onto your belly and take a moment to rest. Bring your arms by your sides, turn your head to one side. Maybe windshield wrap your legs side to side. Nice. Plant your palms under your shoulders. Press yourself to plank position and back to downward facing dog. Allow your head to hang heavy down. Push through the knuckles of your fingers. And adding on lion's breath, so inhale, and as you exhale, open your mouth wide and stick your tongue out, sending your gaze towards your forehead. Twice more. And moving to our next pose, pigeon pose. Inhale, lift your right leg up high, three-legged dog. And as you exhale, bend your right knee, bring your knee forward towards your right wrist. Take a moment to check your back leg, so make sure your toes are straight. Really extend through your left leg. Square and level your hips forward. Open through the chest first, so gentle back bend here. You can stay on your hands, maybe if you like to take it to sleeping pigeon, folding your torso down, maybe planting your hands under your head as a pillow. You can start moving out of your pigeon pose, so coming back onto your hands. And then start walking your hands over to the left for quadriceps stretch. So bending your back knee so you can extend your left arm back. So maybe if you can reach for your toes, you can grab your back foot and gently start pulling your heel in towards your glutes. If you cannot reach for your toes, no worries. It's time, you will get there. Just keep pulling your heel in without holding your foot. Nice. Return back to center, three-legged dog as you inhale. Exhale, bring your right foot back on the mat. Inhale, three-legged dog. Lift your left leg up. Exhale, pigeon pose on the left. So your left knee this time, bending, flexing your foot. Extending your right leg long behind. And press, lengthen through the spine. Press into your fingertips. And when you're ready, folding your torso over your front leg, sleeping pigeon. Holding this pose for about 3 nice and deep breaths. Softening, relaxing your whole body. Slowly start bringing yourself back up onto your hands, walking your hands over to the right, and maybe sending your gaze looking back on your toes, bending, pulling your heel in, and maybe you can just extend your right arm behind, or if you can reach for your toes, you can gently start pressing your heel in. When you're ready, release. Tucking your right toes under, push into your hands, lift your left leg up, three-legged dog. Nice exhale, back downward facing dog. Nice, let's bend your knees, bring yourself back to tabletop position. And then from here, sit back on your heels, bring your knees, your thighs together. Sitting on your heels, take an inhale. With your exhalation, coming to full child's pose balasana, resting your body on your thighs, releasing your forehead on the mat or on the yoga block or pillow. Maybe gently swaying side to side, just allowing your arms to feel heavy, relaxing your whole body. Nice, you can release, slowly bring yourself back up, sitting on your heels. Let's end our practice sitting with your legs crossed, bringing your hands at your heart, your Anjali Mudra. Taking a moment to give gratitude for showing up to the mat today. It's not always easy. And knowing that you deserve this time and that this space is here for you anytime you need. Thank you for joining. Namaste.